Welcome to the Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and chief marketing officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor in chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hi, Kels.
Hi, Paige. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just we're trucking along, getting things ready for you to be on maternity leave.
Right, to blow at any minute.
I think you have some time. You have a few weeks.
I think I'm okay. I keep getting very nervous that it's gonna happen, very, suddenly and early, but, I think we're fine. It's July still when we're recording this, and I'm not due for years at this point, so
Uh, I beg to differ.
it'll be fine. But as you said, we are sort of, prepping things to have on, tap in the case of my, brief absence, and we're doing another batch episode, about museums.
Yeah, which I was just thinking, we have over 10, and then Kelsey, Googled, and it's actually we have over 30 museums. And
Right.
so we're really lucky in that regard, just that you kind of always have something to do or something to see. So we thought it would be a fun way to highlight some of our local museums.
Yeah, no shade to DC or anything. I mean, it's beautiful, but I kind of feel like Richmond is stacked as far as museum situation goes.
And without all the traffic.
I know there's not a lot of traffic. I feel like generally speaking, they're more cost, friendly. So
Yeah.
we're gonna walk you through some of our favorites that can fall into the eat, drink, see, and do categories. But just for a little intro up top, I did speak to my friend Gemini, Google's AI source, just to make sure I wasn't missing any key points. And what he told me is the River City blends cultural institutions and historical sites throughout town. The museum district, of course, gives you art-filled spaces like VMFA and VMHC, which we'll talk more about in this episode. And neighborhoods like Jackson Ward and Chaco Bottom offer deeper insights into Black history and the legacy of slavery in our area. Between museum listings, the Virginia Landmarks Register, and the National Register of Historic Places, there are literally hundreds of spots that fall into this category here in Richmond, if you're counting museums and historical sites. And as
Hmm.
you said, Paige, I think it's somewhere above 30 for museums specifically. And then as far as historical sites, you're getting into the hundreds.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, we're only really highlighting, four, but there are plenty of others, and I'm sure we'll give some honorable mentions as we go through this. But we decided to hit, the heavy hitters and some of the reasons why we might eat, drink, see, or experience those places. This episode of The Chatter is powered by Cassie Lane. I actually just went in for a consult there, and I have to say, I love the whole experience. The expert advice and direction I got made me feel so confident about what's right for me. Cassie Lane isn't your average med spa, it's a full medical practice. Every treatment, Botox, fillers, lasers, hormone therapy, weight loss programs, is done by licensed medical professionals with years of training and experience. What I appreciated most is how personal the approach is. There's no one size fits all. They really listened, got to know my goals, and put together a plan that felt tailored just for me. The results they focus on are subtle, natural, and above all, safe. So if you've been thinking about making a change, consider this your invitation to book a consultation. They'll walk you through everything. No pressure, just real expertise. Head to CassieLane.com to get started and boost your confidence today.
Right.
So,
So should we get into it right now?
yeah, so what to eat, drink, see, and do in museums and RVA. So if you're wondering where to grab a bite while exploring Richmond's museums, the Virginia Museum of History and Culture just opened a new spot called Commonwealth Cafe. And it is pretty special because they teamed up with Stella's Grocery. So, inspired by Stella herself, a Richmond legend who brought authentic Greek flavors to the city, starting in the 50s with Village Cafe, and then went on to create iconic Stella's restaurant and gourmet markets. So, at Commonwealth Cafe, you can enjoy a coffee break, lunch, or to go snacks. all with that same hometown flavor. So it's literally like a Stella's grocery, but just inside the museum. Stella's story will also be spotlighted in their upcoming We the People exhibition debuting this spring. So it's a great place to eat, and it's a little taste of Richmond history too, which I thought was really lovely.
Yes, I love that. It's such a clever way to loop in something that's so historic and iconic in Richmond already into another like historic and iconic place in the city as the museum. So that's so super cute. And you can never have enough like Stella's options.
I literally was just going to say, you can't have enough Stellas.
No, they should do this in every museum.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many Stella's groceries now, which is amazing that you can get it in every neighborhood almost. So, I mean, that's the goal, I think.
Yes.
So, you have a Stella's.
Speaking of maternity leave things, I was just thinking the other day that one of my friends brought me, I think after my last pregnancy, like a to-go lasagna or something from Stella's. And so if you need ideas to take to your like postpartum friends, the options at Stella's are endless. So delicious.
Yeah, we love to just honestly, we walk there all the time.
Oh
So,
yeah, right. You're right in the neighborhood.
yeah, stocking up on wine, food if you don't want to cook. They have great desserts. I mean, just anything. I just love all their little tchotchkes too.
I know.
And then the non-nin scent of Stella's is fantastic. It's like
Oh,
basil-y, and I love it. I always have one of those candles. Those are also a great like housewarming gift.
oh my gosh, that's so cute. I didn't even know about that. What a great tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Stella's Eat Stella's at Virginia Museum of History and Culture. Oh, and while we're talking about this too, this museum, this is not necessarily eat specific, but another thing I love about this museum is they have a very good, like, a young museum visitor place for like your little kids to do like dress up in different like neighborhood hero type things. And my kids and I love to get over there. I think it's like free for kids like 5 and under, 4 and under or something, and you just have to, as the adult, pay your admission ticket. But it's like a nice way to kind of like break up your regular play date routine if you needed something different to do.
Yeah, I was I used to teach Virginia studies. Well, part that was one of the subjects, and so I always love going to that museum and just nerding out on the geography of Virginia.
Yes, they have like the best things over there. It's such a gorgeous museum.
All right, and I'm also up for drink. So if you're thinking about the best spot to grab a drink at a Richmond museum, then I have to say the BMFA. It's just really hard to beat. So you can sprawl out on their lawn with a glass of wine, a beer, or even a coffee from the best cafe. It's perfect for a relaxing afternoon. Of course, after 5 on Fridays. It's just like an iconic Richmond thing to do. And then, of course, like again, if you're hungry, you can't go wrong with the VMFA either. You can go to a Muse right inside the museum for lunch, dinner, or cocktails with a view. It's a gorgeous spot with seasonal locally sourced dishes that really celebrate Richmond's food scene. And then if you want something a little different, there's Florists for their elegant tea room where you can enjoy wine or tea service along tasty bites. So whether you're looking to sip, snack, or soak in the art, VMFA has you covered. You can find all their dining options on their website. But it's definitely one of Richmond's best museum experiences, just all around. I mean, we rave about the VMFA all the time, just in the fact that it's free admission. And then also, just I feel like I have to hype this up too. Becoming a member at any of these museums is really affordable. So, like for instance, Agecroft Hall and Gardens, museum membership there's only $25 for a whole year.
Hmm.
I think VMFA, I think it's only like 75 and you get access to all the specialty exhibitions, you get a discount at the shop. And I know the Virginia Museum of History and Culture offers one too. So if there is a museum that you love and you want to support, I highly recommend becoming a member because I know that it goes a long way for these museums, especially the ones that are free, like VMFA. So
100%. It goes a long way for the museum, and then it goes a long way for you. You get so much out of it. And it's just a really good way to stay cultured, I feel like. And like you said, includes so many like perks.
Also a great gift for the holidays.
Yes.
I don't this has turned into like a gift giving guide too.
Oh, we'll take it. I was gonna say when you're talking about like the discount in VMFA, like I love all of the gift shops in these museums always have like such beautiful things too. So they really make a good like shopping errand.
Truly, like I was just at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture the other day for a sneak peek of their latest exhibition. And I love, they carry Virginia wine in that gift shop. Again,
Oh,
because they are so centered around Virginia and agriculture. And so there are some like great wines that usually get a very small allotment. So like it might be sold out at your favorite wine shop, but they might have it there. Like they
no,
have Ankita Pinot Noir that like you can't ever find anywhere. So
check
just
it out.
a fun little fact.
No, gift shopping, 100% go to the museums around here. They make for great options.
Also, if you're members, you usually get free parking.
Oh, okay. Then there's that too. Well, then for C, I'm suggesting people go and see what there is to see at the Valentine. For 125 years, the Valentine has been collecting, preserving, and interpreting Richmond stories. They're the only museum focused on the history and culture of the region. It's located in the heart of historic downtown, offering many unique experiences to plan your visit around that challenge and inspire while sparking joy and wonder. There's the Valentine main campus at 10th and East Clay Street, which includes permanent and rotating exhibitions in the main galleries. There's the historic Wickham House built between 1812 and 1815, the Valentine Studio, and the beautiful garden as well. And then there's the Valentine First Freedom Center located in Chaco Bottom on the same corner where Virginia's General Assembly passed the Statue of Religious Freedom in 1786 and explores the past, present, and future of religious freedom in America. Current exhibitions that I would say you should check out for like ongoing, they have This is Richmond, Virginia, and its objects in the exhibition have passed through many hands to create personal stories. Collectively, these artifacts help tell the community's larger history. Also ongoing is Signs of the Times, which I think has been kind of like adjusted from maybe its original debut and now is a regular staple.
Mhm.
There are neon signs from Richmond businesses illustrating commercial growth and advertising trends, and they're mounted outdoors overlooking the Gray family terrace. And as far as rotating ones go that seem very interesting, there is Fancy Costumes Characters and the Richmond Mask, which explores the many ways Richmonders have used creative clothing to disguise themselves for frivolity, celebration, and performance. And then Edmund Archer, Perspectives on Black Dignity. Edmund Archer's portraits of Black men and women radiate his sitter's dignity in starkly contrast to the caricatures and stereotypes of earlier Richmond artists in the 20th century popular culture. His honest portrayals tell the story of a progressive group of Richmond artists working at the end of the Jim Crow era. So lots of beautiful things to see over there, including the museum itself. And their exhibits always seem like fantastic.
It has been a minute since I've been there. I would love to go back. I went on a field trip there once with my students, so it's actually been a very long time.
I think like I have not been there for a long time either. And every time they come out with a new like exhibit, I'm like, I need to get over there for this. And then it passes me. So let this serve as your reminder if you're in that boat. And then for do, it seems like one of the most obvious suggestions would be Science Museum of Virginia. Whether you're a thinker, tinkerer, creative, or full-on science geek, Science Museum has something for people of all ages. Features hands-on exhibitions about wellness, innovation, and physical sciences. Some of my personal favorites are Speed, which features the SR-71 Blackbird supersonic jet, and explores motion and time across science and technology, displaying audacious demonstrations of the super fast to the incredibly slow. You can race an Olympic athlete, feel hurricane force winds, challenge a quick thinking robot, and more. It features over 50 stations with hundreds of unique experiences. That's just when you walk in, like
Right.
from the get-go.
And yeah, I was just there and I had my sister's boyfriend race the cheetah and everything. And it's just so cute. Like
Oh my
it's
gosh.
adorable.
You can, and I think we've talked about this in a recent episode too. It's like you can go over there and just spend the entire time in that one section and be done and then need to come back.
Oh, for the longest time, I thought that was the whole science museum.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no.
I mean, we
Probably
had
more.
like an hour in there. It might have even been like an hour and a half, like
Yeah.
going to all the different like things. But my personal favorite is what you're talking about next.
Yes, Boost. So
Yes.
here you can test your creativity, flexibility, memory, and strength with entertaining hands-on activities centered around wellness and self-improvement. You can get creative as you record a quirky video, challenge friends to a battle of reaction times or memory game, pull out your best dance moves to get your heart pumping, which is always something that the kids in my family need to stop by and test out.
Yeah.
You can compose a catchy beat with animatronic
Oh,
instruments.
that was my favorite.
Yes, race to fill your plate with healthy fuel for your body, generate power on a human sized hamster wheel, and more. And plus, during special events and demos, you can watch their team cook all kinds of recipes and sample some too. I think most recently, when we went and checked out their Glow event, they were doing some sort of like interesting, like glow drink that you could taste test while you were over there.
Mhm.
Um, and then there's the Dome, which is the largest screen in Richmond. Whether you're traveling through America's national parks, plunging into the ocean with great white sharks, etc., the Dome provides the ultimate "you are there" film experience. And the science isn't even contained within the building's walls, as they put it on their site. They, of course, have native pollinator plants, natural stormwater retention systems, multiple train cars, a 29-ton granite globe, which is one of our favorites too, an 80-ton aluminum submarine, the green space that's more recently been debuted, and lots more. Like, we can't say it enough. You will get lost here.
I'm also going to hype up the proto path.
Oh,
A
yes, you
lot of
love the
folks
protopath.
a lot of folks don't even know about it, or they know about it, but they don't know what it's called or what it is. And it kind of connects Scott's Addition to the Science Museum. So I often will walk there. And so it's kind of right off Valise Street, almost across from Movie Land to get in. And it's just this little gravel path. And there's a sign that says it's the proto path, and it will lead you right into the back of the Science Museum. And I believe it's supposed to get longer and even connect farther. So I'm sure it's just all with funding. And I know their green space, I know they want to continue that. But my favorite is that I know it's not called the kaleidoscope, but that um, big thing in the green space that is just so
Oh,
pretty. I forget the name of it.
the
Um,
installation right out front, gorgeous.
yes, I could literally just sit there and stare at that thing.
Yes.
I think it's because I do have an obsession with kaleidoscopes, and so it kind of just gives me the vibe of it.
No, that's very beautiful. You can get so many like cool like shots from like you can go like through it or outside
Mhm.
of it. It's very cool. And it's you're not you haven't even made it in yet.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's the best. I also feel like I have to this is bringing me back to like their gift shop also would have great
Yes.
gifting like things. And I feel like honorable mention too, this narrows down maybe the audience for it a little bit, but Children's Museum, which is right next door, is also like another one that where is a great like um gift for parents in your life, like a membership there. Their gift shop is amazing. They're like seems like thousands of things that like kids would be entertained by over there, and it's right in that neck of the woods too. So like we said, I mean the museums are nonstop around here.
And so just some honorable mentions. Of course, we have Agecroft Hall and Gardens. I mean, the Tudor home is beautiful, but just the gardens there are fantastic. And then I always hype up their trails in the back. So if you get garden admission, it includes access to the trails in the back, and they're cool and it's nice.
Yeah,
So you have that. You have the Poe Museum, um, which is fun. What else? There's so many.
there's a Black History Museum. One we were going to talk about, but then we had already focused on it for our fan episode was the Institute of Contemporary Art.
Yep.
Another great one.
So get out there, explore Richmond's museums, and it is something that we definitely are grateful for.
We're so lucky to have so much access to all of these. There are, and like all of these places too, I feel like have their own calendar of like events constantly.
All right, so get out there. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond Experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA2. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.